Following a long and intensive presidential campaign, U.S. President Barack Obama was elected for a second term in office. In the midst of a tough economic situation and challenges both at home and abroad, about 120 million American voters ultimately chose the Democratic Obama over the Republican Mitt Romney.
President Obama being re-elected is dramatic, first of all, because the race was very close. For the most part, in the last 2 months or so, especially in the last month since the first presidential debate, President Obama and Mitt Romney have been neck and neck. In some cases, Governor Romney was even leading.
What were the American voters looking for in this election?
The American voters voted largely in support of a liberal ideology as far as various topics are concerned, but definitely as far as the economy is concerned. Obama had a huge incumbent advantage. In American politics, the incumbent, the person in office, both at the level of the presidency and at the level of members of Congress, has a huge advantage over his opponent. There are other variables that influenced the vote. For instance, the fact that Obama is a minority candidate. The demographic trends show it is immigrants or minority groups combined that form the majority of American society.
As opposed to previous elections, about $2 billion were spent on the 2012 U.S. election campaigns. And while Romney was indeed a challenging candidate, the American system of government is structured in such a way that the winner takes it all. Therefore, as far as the federal government is concerned, Mitt Romney is out of the game, at least for the next 2 years. And so in this specific period in history, when America seems to be facing grave issues, President Obama will be the one to continue addressing them for the next 4 years. These are some challenging times for the U.S.
America as a nation today faces major challenges, both at home and abroad. So abroad, we're talking both about American involvement in Afghanistan still, the Arab Spring, potential, what might happen potentially with Iran, and also at the level of competition from China, from India, from Brazil and Russia. So these are challenges abroad. There are challenges at home. American economy is going through very hard times since the financial meltdown in 2008. So there is the fiscal crisis. There are issues with unemployment level, with growth. There is also a lot of issues beyond the economy. So we think about challenges related to immigration, challenges related to issues such as gay rights.
As second-term president, Obama may have an easier time executing reforms and decisions, given that the pressure of public opinion, which usually defines first-term presidency, is now no longer there. This applies to his foreign policy as well. Where Israel is concerned, some fear that the U.S. under Obama will pressure Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to outline his position on the borders of the future Palestinian state so as to advance the peace process with the Palestinians.
We're in election season as well for the next 2.5 months, and there's a chance that this election season would look different due to the results of the elections in the U.S. It seems that former Prime Minister Sommer has been waiting to hear what happens in the United States, and at least the pundits argued that he was waiting to see whether Romney is being elected, and then he would not run, assuming that the closeness or the friendship or the potential alliance between Romney and Netanyahu would not allow him to win the premiership. But now, given that President Obama was re-elected, I think there is a chance that he will consider seriously running for the premiership, which might change the electoral map considerably, at least based on the recent polls. The Prime Minister who will be elected will have to work with President Obama. If it is the current Prime Minister Netanyahu, then there might be some mending to take care of as far as the relationship between the two individuals is concerned. However, this is with the qualification that the relationship between the State of Israel and the United States have probably never been better.
Following the election, President Shimon Peres, along with other Israeli leaders, have congratulated Obama for his victory. And Prime Minister Netanyahu immediately held a meeting with U.S. Ambassador to Israel Dan Shapiro to discuss the results and the close strategic ties between the two nations. Shapiro noted the security cooperation with the Israeli government in Obama's first term and said he looked forward to such collaboration in the second term as well. For JN1, I'm Sivan Aviv, Israel.